volcano is one of the most spectacular places in the world.
What's going on, everybody? We're gonna visit a little place that you may have heard of, Antarctica, and I did a video on it, on what I called the Antarctica's Ring of Fire. Now there's a loop in between South America's tail and Antarctica's tail. You can see it right there. It looks like a mudslide pouring down through the bottom of the ocean. Well, there's a ring of islands. I believe there's 7 of them. As far as I know, there's no names pinned to them. I've checked them out, and well, all of them are either blotched out or show volcanic activity. This one in particular we're going to talk about all by itself. It's 4,175 foot high right here, but I'm not sure if that's actually the highest point, but it seems to be about 4,200 foot high maximum, and that's looking downward at the ocean from the top of the peak. Now this volcanic island, and I'm going to show to you that it is volcanic, is imagery from 2003. That's another thing. All the other ones are blocked out and covered up, and I can get you the visuals of them using techniques. But this one's not blocked out. You can very much see that it is an active volcano. Now this is 900. I'm having trouble reading the numbers, but I measured it. It's about 950 miles from the mainland shore of Antarctica, and 1,029 miles from the tip. So it's closer to the main shore of Antarctica. Both of them are right around 1,000 miles, and that sounds like a lot, but Antarctica is a lot of ice, and this island, I've looked at it using a technique where you drop down as low as you can, and you don't let it snap you in the ground view, because then everything's going to be flat. You get as close as you can and tilt up, and then you're going to be able to actually see that a lot of these areas that look like flat, blotchy white areas or blotchy black areas, even cracked sea ice, are actually mountains. And this right here, what we was just looking at the peak, that 4,175 foot mark, you couldn't see, but right to the side of it, you could see the smoke in it at the beginning of the video if you go back. But right here is the breach point. This is where lava is coming out. Some of it is cooled back off and looks to be covered back in snow again, actually, but you can see the smoke coming up from around the edge of this cooled off lava pool at the top of the channel. Now this is actually flowing down the mountain. It's a side blowout. It blew out the side. It didn't blow out the top. It breached the side, and as you can see, you know, it's collapsing the snow in and breaking it. You can see the steam, or I don't know if they would call this laze, where lava hits salt water. That is snow, so it may be a different thing. Laze will make a poisonous, toxic gas in the air when it hits salt water, when lava hits salt water. Now, as far as clean, pure snow, I don't know, but this is definitely steam from melting hot snow. So I don't know if lava in the freshwater produces those chemicals, but they also produce glass fibers that you can breathe. Now this, we jumped on around to the back side of the mountain. As you can see, if you was to come up on this in flight mode or something, you wouldn't even see anything. It's a mountain. Now, when you look at this at normal without zooting down to the sea level as close as you can get and then tilting up, you would never be able to tell this is a mountain. I mean, it looks so much like just a flat, round spot. Now here is the lava channel. This is connected to what we was just now looking at, with the smoke going all around the edges and the snow falling in. You see it there. I'm gonna get a little bit closer, let you see the texture, so you see how it's black and it's chunky looking. I mean, it's got the characteristics of a lava flow. Not to mention it's leading into a hole that's spewing out a whole lot of smoke. So it's a definite lava channel. So this was definitely active in 2003. They haven't changed these pictures, and I looked at them, you know, not back in 2003, but I looked at these at least 3 to 5 years ago. And they have not changed these pictures at all, none whatsoever. That smoke right there coming out of the hole where the lava channel runs into has been the same exact way for the last 5 years at least. You know, on here, I don't know, well, since 2003. Now most of these other islands, they're blotched over. But as you can see that shadow, see the shadow from the smoke, that smoke stretches out way out into the ocean. And this, to give you a size of reference, this is 6 miles on one side, 6 miles long on the other side, the whole entire island. And then it's 4 miles and then 8 miles, and that's the whole 4 sides. And when you average that out, it's 6 miles per side. If I'm doing this right, then 6 miles times 6 miles would be 36 square miles. So this, if my math's right on that, 6 miles on 4 sides, you know, of a square, you know, 6 miles times 6, 36 square miles. If I did that math problem wrong, then please somebody correct me. But here you see not only the main smoke, but you see several trails of smoke coming up from around this crater that the lava is flowing into. And all this smoke and steam wouldn't be happening if this was just falling down into dirt, you know. Obviously down in the bottom of that hole would probably be, my guess, is the ocean. It's going straight through the ice that is probably attached to the land or floating sea ice. It's boring a hole straight through it, because, I mean, look at that smoke. That smoke is thick, and when it fades out of being able to be seen, you can still see it because it's so thick it makes a shadow. Now, I don't know about you, but when it comes to global warming, something like this, like there's an active volcano in Hawaii. It's been going for 35 years. 35 years it's been active, and for 3 months it dumped 100 Olympic swimming pools per hour of lava straight into the ocean for 3 straight months. every hour 100 Olympic swimming pools. That stuff, that will cause global warming. I've got a video predicting that this year would have a whole lot of really bad freak storms and a lot of unexpected earthquakes and different things. It's I don't remember the name of the video, but it's on here. And just look how far out. I mean, I'm going, out further and further away from the actual hole, and that smoke's it's just a long, like at this point we're miles from the land. And you can see it, that's probably 10 mile or more, at least 10-mile line of smoke. Judging by the 6 miles of the size of the island, it's definitely longer than the island. And it's right there at Antarctica, so it's one of the things that to me, suggests that, the globe, the planet, has way more control over it heating up and cooling down. If we weren't here, all this ice would melt. And if we weren't here, it would freeze back up again. Now how much we're speeding it up or slowing it down, I don't know, but I have a peach tree that it grew hundreds of pounds of peaches every year. I mean, that might be exaggerating, but I had the limbs tied up with ropes. It grew so many peaches. And for 3 straight years, it got destroyed and decimated every single year by freak late frost. And with late frost happening so much, I'm wondering how is this global warming? To me, it's a global cooling trend, but if it is, if we in fact are still getting warmer, then this is my reason here. Volcanoes, the earth's full of molten, melted rock and minerals, diamond, gold, granite is just melted. It is so hot. It's molten rock. That's hot. That will heat the planet. And there's no fighting it. And well, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all did, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments, and go check it out on